Welcome to Had6 channel. In this video, we will look into happiness. 18 nouns with similar meanings will be reviewed in example sentences. Let's get started. Number 1. Pleasure. Which means a feeling of happy satisfaction and enjoyment. Pleasure. For example, she smiled with pleasure at being praised. Number 2. Rapture. Which means a feeling of intense pleasure or joy. Rapture. For example, she gazed up at him in rapture. Number 3. Exhilaration. Which means a feeling of excitement, happiness, or elation. Exhilaration. For example, they felt the exhilaration of victory. Number 4. Enjoyment. Which means the state or process of taking pleasure in something. Enjoyment. For example, the enjoyment of a good wine. Number 5. Satisfaction. Which means fulfillment of one's wishes, expectations, or needs, or the pleasure derived from this. Satisfaction. For example, the satisfaction of consumer needs and wants. Number 6. Paradise. Which means an ideal or idyllic place or state. Paradise. For example, the sun rising slowly above the mountains, sheer paradise. Number 7. Gaiety. Which means the state or quality of being light-hearted or cheerful. Gaiety. For example, the sudden gaiety of children's laughter. Number 8. Well-being. Which means the state of being comfortable, healthy, or happy. Well-being. For example, an improvement in the patient's well-being. Number 9. Joy. Which means a feeling of great pleasure and happiness. Joy. For example, whoops of joy. Number 10. Merriment. Which means gaiety and fun. Merriment. For example, her eyes were dancing with merriment. Number 11. Heaven. Which means a place, state, or experience of supreme bliss. Heaven. For example, lying by the pool with a good book is my idea of heaven. Number 12. Elation. Which means great happiness and exhilaration. Elation. For example, Richard's elation at regaining his health was short-lived. Number 13. Contentment, which means a state of happiness and satisfaction. Contentment. For example, he found contentment in living a basic life. Number 14. Delight, which means great pleasure. Delight. For example, the little girls squealed with delight. Number 15. Delectation, which means pleasure and delight. Delectation. For example, they had all manner of rock and roll goodies for our delectation. Number 16. Glee, which means great delight, especially from one's own good fortune or another's misfortune. Glee. For example, his face lit up with impish glee. Number 17. Felicity, which means intense happiness. Felicity. For example, a scene of domestic felicity. If you have better examples in mind, please share them in the comment section below. Also, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.